Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. Specifically, we're going to be thinking about how you should be planning your ideas in this part of the test. Now, of course, in this part of the test, the examiner gives you a task card. And they give you 1 minute to prepare before you start speaking for between 1 and 2 minutes. Now, that 1 minute planning time is very important. You have a chance to write short notes for your ideas relating to the topic card the examiner gives you. Now, we're going to look at a topic card. And I'm going to show you how I would plan my ideas in that 1 minute preparation time. So, this is the topic card we're looking at today. You can see here it asks you at the top of the topic card to describe a recent event that made you happy. So straight away you need to come up with an idea for that. But first of all, let's look at the 4 cues underneath that. Now, the first cue is when and where it was. So really there's 2 things there. So you've got to come up with the main idea straight away and then write down quickly when it was and where it was. Then the second cue is who was involved. So who was it and how many people were there at the time or at the event? And then the third cue, what happened? So writing down a few quick notes on what happened when you were at the event. And finally, explain why it made you happy. And that's the final thing. So each of these cues, when you're in that 1 minute, you have to write down at least really one idea for each of those cues. So what I want to do now is just show you my ideas and what I would write down in that 1 minute preparation time. I don't want to write down too much, of course, because it's just 1 minute. You don't have much time to write down full sentences. That would be a mad thing to do if you tried to write down full sentences in that 1 minute. It's just key words. So let me just show you what my ideas would be and what I would actually write down on that piece of paper. So first of all, if it's saying describe a recent event that made you happy, well, I would first of all come up with the idea as quickly as I could. Now, of course, this depends on how much preparation maybe you did before the test, but if I had to come up with an idea, maybe I would think of my friend's birthday. Now, it was a birthday party or a small gathering. Now, that first of all is the recent event that I can think of that made me happy. Now, I've got to look at those 4 cues and come up with an idea for each of those 4 cues. So the first one is when and where it was. So I've got to write down quickly these 2 details, these 2 ideas. So, first of all, it was last Saturday evening. I'd write that down. Last Saturday evening. Just 3 words there. Not too much. I could do that very quickly. And then where? Well, it was an Italian restaurant. 2 words. Now, of course, when I'm speaking in the 1 to 2 minute speaking time, I can go into much more detail and expand on that. I won't just say those short words or those short phrases when I'm speaking to the examiner. But the idea is I'm going to get down those key ideas. So if I need reminding, I can look down at my notes, remember, look back up and speak clearly and fluently and not forget what I want to say. Then the second point is who was involved. So I've got to write down an idea for this. Now, for me, this was my close friends. So maybe I'd just write down close friends. And I could include the number as well. So maybe 10, just so I don't forget to mention that as well to the examiner. So 10 close friends. And of course, again, when I'm speaking, I will expand on that. Remember, we've got to speak for 2 whole minutes, but we've only got 1 minute of preparation time. So I really don't have more time than that to write down more ideas. Okay, so then I can move on to what happened. Okay, so maybe couple of things here, not too many, but maybe I can think of a few verbs of what we were doing. So we ate, drank, and chatted. Okay, so those are 3 things, just 3 words to write down there. And obviously, for each of those things, I can go into much more detail to fill the time. But I won't have more time than that to write down more ideas. So yeah, just 3 words there, ate, drank, chatted. Okay, you'll notice there also I'm using past tense, so I don't forget when I look down to use the past tense to refer to this event that happened in the past. Okay, then I finally got to the 4th cue, where it's asking me to explain why it made me happy. So maybe I can just write down 1 or 2 ideas here or in my notes. And what I would go for first maybe is delicious food. That's one of the things that made me happy, and also great company. So the people I was with, I enjoyed spending time with. Great company. Company here meaning the people you are with and talking to. So there we go. We've got the ideas there that match with those 4 cues. And when I'm speaking, I can go through those cues and those notes one by one. So it gives me a nice structure when I'm speaking to the examiner, and I don't forget what I want to say. But I'm not getting kind of confused with too much detail in those notes. Remember, you're just going to look down, see it quickly, look back up, and keep speaking. And speak as much as you can and go into as much detail as possible. So what I really only wanted to do in this video is to show you the planning for this task. In the next video on Friday next week, I'm going to show you a full sample answer where we're going to take these notes and turn them into a full 2-minute response that we would use in the test. Now, that will be next Friday, so don't miss out on that. Remember, if you did like this video, don't forget to click the like button, and if you don't want to miss other similar videos, and especially the next video next Friday where I will be giving a full sample answer, don't forget to click the subscribe button as well. So there we go. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in the next one.